There's been a lot of recent hype in the CS2 community surrounding the new limited edition item, the M4 Solitude, and with the addition of this new skin comes a lot of questions that players and CS2 investors will be having. Is this a good purchase? Is this worth the armory pass stars? Will certain patterns have more value in the future? There are many different aspects to this skin, but starting with the pros, this is a good looking skin and it's on one of the main rifles in the game. There are plenty of cool patterns and color schemes, so it'd be pretty easy to implement into a color themed loadout. Also, some of the color schemes and patterns compare really well with some stickers. I've seen a bunch of cool crafts already, and I bet some of the basic patterns will be pretty cheap in the future. But other than that, this skin really isn't that special. Some of the cons you should take into consideration before buying this skin. It is a limited edition item, and so for that reason it can be used in trade-ups, which also means supply won't ever diminish for this skin. And since supply isn't diminishing, it's going to have a hard time increasing in price over time. And with a lot of hype around the skin, it's probably going to have a pretty high supply. When the Desert Eagle Heat Treated was released, and it received a lot of hype just like the M4 Solitude, it resulted in a large supply of the skin. Although the Desert Eagle Heat Treated's price has risen in the last 30 days, it's still 43% down from its all-time high. And that isn't just for the factory new version. Every other wear is down in price since its release. In my opinion, I think that the only M4 Solitudes that will hold any type of value will have to be a really good pattern and a really good float, preferably factory new, but that's just my opinion. Speaking of patterns for this skin, there are too many of them, and the problem with that is there's no singular pattern that you should be looking for to purchase that will have likelihood of increasing in value. For instance, with the AK case hardened, we all know that the 661 scar pattern is the best pattern you can get for the skin.
Holy shit.
Oh god damn,
that is the most expensive AK you'll ever hold.
But for the M4 Solitude, since there's so many patterns and color templates, there's no singular best pattern that sticks out. And the problem with that is it becomes difficult to predict which patterns will rise in value in the future, making this more of a riskier skin to purchase. But if you don't care about your skins decreasing in value over time, and you just think this is a really cool skin, then by all means go for it. But in my personal opinion, this is going to be one of those skins that's difficult to predict its future value. I think if you were going to purchase an M4 Solitude, I would probably wait for it to get removed from the armory pass. As I said earlier, I think the skin should have a pretty high supply, so you'll hopefully be able to get one for a good price with a good pattern. But if you didn't want to wait for the skin to be removed from the armory pass, I would probably purchase one of these in factory new with a pretty good pattern. I think that variation of the skin will have the highest likelihood of increasing in price in the future. But these are just some of my thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you're looking for more CS2 content or skin investing related content, make sure to subscribe. And let me know in the comments if you end up picking up one of these skins.